Alice Hill is founder and CEO of RealTechNews.com, and we want to welcome you to .com here at CNBC. Thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here.
You've come all the way across the country. You've got one of the most popular blogs going on the net right now as far as tech gadgets are concerned. We're in the midst of the holiday shopping season, so this is really your Super Bowl time. You've brought some things with you. Why don't you just sort of walk us through what you've got, and then let's talk also trends that you can look at.
I've really been focusing on 2007 because I think the big products, everybody knows what they'll be buying by now for the holiday season, but what's going to be happening in 2007. So one of the things that I really believe in is looking at accessibility, and there's going to be a major shift, and I think this will be the year 2007 where the smartphone will finally hit the mainstream. And I brought an example, which is this is the Palm Trio 680, and you can see it's consumer color. It doesn't have the big antenna. They've done a lot of work on the screen and everything, so it's an improved product, but it's also very friendly, and carriers are going to love having it be inexpensive and getting people to pay for data plans.
Now, Palm has had issues recently with some of their products. We've been hearing, some delays and some other problems, not just in this country but in Europe. This is really the one that's geared towards the consumer. It's not really geared towards the business professional that has typically been using this product. What are some of the attributes of this one, aside from the cute cherry red color here, that makes this more consumer oriented?
Well, there are two things. One, you get the benefits of the fact that the Palm OS has been around for a long time, so there are millions and millions of apps that are consumer friendly, from little games, all kinds of downloaded things, toys, fun stuff to, calculators, spreadsheets, etc. And then on top of that, you also have the fact that it's not running the Windows, and it was the 700W that caused, it was, I think, voted worst product of the year because the Windows OS, on the Palm just didn't work as well. So I think what they've done now is given the improved screen from the 700 series, put it in a consumer package, made it friendly, and now, you're going to see it everywhere.
And we've seen BlackBerry RIM also make a big push into the consumer side with Pearl. Is this the answer to Pearl? Is this where the competition is going to come, or is this a different customer, do you think?
I think this is still the person who really wants to go now from using a cell phone to using, a device that sends email and surfs the web. I think Pearl is still a little high-end for the average consumer. This is approachable. I think you're going to see a lot more people, especially as Singular and other carriers start to offer it either at like very, very low prices, like sub-$100 eventually. So I think that's going to be the breakout, where the Pearl has to stay a little more high-end.
Well, I think the Pearl is like $200.
Right.
Yeah,
but here's an interesting thing that's happening on the opposite end. In my day job, I work for the Young Presidents Organization. It's an organization of CEOs around the world that run big companies. They're starting to not carry their gadgets. So I'm calling, so for the very high-end segment, it's not exciting to show these off because everybody has them now. And, unless you have a satellite phone or something really high-end, they don't want to be seen with their gadgets anymore. They hide them, they use them, but you're going to see the high-end segment looking for maybe a different solution that filters out who's calling you, how you're going to be reached, because it's not cool to be reachable all the time anymore.
Exactly.
But that's the mainstream.
What is this deal here?
Well, that we'll get to. I want to really talk about this big boy right here.
The big box. This thing's staring me right in the face.
So we have the format wars for HD. Everyone's going out and buying their HD sets. They're all excited about it, and then you're being told to either buy a Blu-ray player or the other competing standards. Nobody wants to buy the $50 discs yet. No one wants to go through another war. This is called an upscaling DVD player. It's made by a company called Helios. It's under $500, and it will actually make your DVDs, your existing library, in full high def, depending on your TV set, either 720p, which is the base resolution, all the way up to 1080p.
How does it do it?
It upscales. It just basically takes all the it sort of software interpolates your DVD, files, and then it boosts the resolution.
So is it actually like coming in and filling in lines?
Exactly, and it's just because it's really just a data file, so it's showing it in a better way, and now you have a better monitor basically.
And have you played with this yet? I mean, does it really actually
I just got it in, and I've only seen it on 720p, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to do it next time. I'm going to be down here on one of the 1080. RP sets that we can use. But
okay, but the bottom line is, if I have existing discs and I have an HD TV, I buy this and I don't have to deal with the wars at all.
Exactly. And
this is huge.
And also, it'll also play your music and video and everything. So I just think it's a great product. I don't know if they have enough market penetration. It's a small company out of Hong Kong, but I just think it's a no-brainer to do something like this rather than get suckered into.
Well, you've got it's the Betamax VHS wars for DVDs with HD DVD and Blu-ray, and if you look at where that all is, everybody is looking for the studios to come in with the bridge technology to offer both things, and this is such a better solution.
I think it's a better solution. It's cost-effective and it's fun, and you can buy it right now.
And it works with my existing library, so I don't have to replace DVDs that I already own with new ones.
Because we just went through that already, and I think it's too soon, and you don't know how these trends are going to shake out. So I think that
Oh, that's got real potential there.
That's a really nice device, so I really recommend that as a trend.
What else you got?
Another thing that I wanted to talk about is there's the concept again of a media server, and this is my favorite. I have a similar unit at home. This one just came out. It's the wireless version.
Can you pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
it's like nothing.
It's nothing. It's by Mivix. So these are a lot of strange Asian companies are coming into the market. For Mivix, you basically buy a hard drive, pop it in here. It takes 1 minute. You can keep adding as many hard drives as you want, and also the capacity that you can afford. And then it loads all your. You can store hundreds of movies, all of your songs, all your photos, and you can hook it up to your computer and use your data.
Wow.
And then it's also wireless, so it can stream it around the house if you wanted to do that as well. So.
And I'm sorry, how much was this?
It's about $300.
Oh my goodness! So essentially, your whole house is wired without being wired.
Right.
And you've got one place that.
Yeah, and for example, Christmas I'm going to Tahoe, and the house we're renting doesn't have anything except basic cable. I'm going to bring my whole library, plug it into the TV. Now I have all my music, pictures, and then a million movies that I want to watch.
So all of us who are so excited about our iPods because we carry our entire library of music, you're talking about carrying your entire library of entertainment,
and this is the size of a hardback book.
Right.
It's lightweight. I think these are going to be important as people start to do it. A little more high-end. This is more approachable for consumers.
Right.
But I think anybody who has started to digitize and moved away from discs, this is the way to go.
Yeah, this is great stuff. This is excellent.
I'm
interested in that one. It's something that we're trying to do in our house too, and technologically it was a big challenge. Okay. What else we got?
So next up, Belkin has introduced the first wireless USB hub. This is a little geeky, but if you have you basically connect everything to this, and you have a 40-foot range. So your printer, your wireless keyboard, any devices that you use, webcam, etc., you're free to roam around in your house, and then the hub stays in the living room or wherever you have all your gadgets connected, and you're done.
And this is the whole unit.
That's the whole unit.
Just the piece of it.
And then you just put a little tiny receiver on the end of your laptop, and you're done. So it holds up to 4. You can keep daisy chaining more USB hubs off of that, and now you're completely untethered in the home.
That's terrific.
Because that's the biggest problem I have at home. If I want to go to an external hard drive or something, I have to go back into the other room, plug it in, use it. Now I can just access it directly from my living room.
And it's funny too, because you said this is a little geeky. Believe me, the more and more stuff that we get in our homes, the less and less geeky this kind of thing becomes. And believe me, the people who are watching this right now on .com are going to be interested in something like this, because it's likely that they have that kind of problem.
Well, and if you saw my desk, the number of wires and everything, it's out of control. So this is a great way to start to cut some of the cords.
Great, and that's from Belkin. How much was this one?
I think about $79.
Oh, so again, extremely affordable.
These are all, they're trying to bring some affordable stuff that, aren't the $2,000 one.
All right, and this is the last thing you got here?
This is the last thing I have. And
this looks geeky.
This is a little bit odd, and I don't know if we'll be able to do this on TV because I'm a little too nervous, but the idea is, you have glucose monitoring systems and health gadgets that tell you your blood pressure. This actually will get your stress lowered. It's done by a company. They do studies with a lot of big companies like Motorola, and what they found is if you have a stressful situation, it can take your body up to 3 hours to calm down from it. So if you can relax and get yourself focused and bring it down, and you keep your stress level down.
This should be in every CNBC employee's stocking this year.
Exactly.
I'm just guessing.
I tried it.
No? Yeah.
I tried it one weekend, and it was amazing. I had a friend who could get it to green. You put your thumb on the sensor, it does a heartbeat, and then it'll show bright red if you're tense, sort of a blue if you're getting there, and then it goes green if you've gotten yourself to
Did it work for you?
I got it to green. I could not get it to green right now if you paid me, I'm sure. But
all right, so this is from M-Wave. This is how much?
$199.
$199, and it's already red.
And and they're saying that if you take it into before you go into a meeting or something like that, they say take a moment, get yourself back to green, even if it's for a few seconds, and you keep that giant spike happening.
It'd be more stressful for me to try to get this to green. I would spend all my time. It's got to get to green.
We had one friend at a party who said, "I can't stand this. Just turn it off." So it's not going to appeal to everyone. But I thought it was kind of interesting that it's the first gadget that's now going to work on your health versus just telling you about it. So
all right. This is great stuff. I'm really excited about this, and really good ideas right in the middle of holiday shopping. So this is some neat stuff. Thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And the last before we go, the quick pitch for your blog
Sure.
is
It's realtechnews.com.
Okay.
And I noticed you have wine glasses on your shirt. We just launched the wine blog also called winegirlonline.com.
Perfect.
So if you want wine advice, totally different thing. A little bit of gadgets, but mostly just wine drinking.
Excellent.
So
Thank you for making the trek across
Thank you so much
country.
for having
really
me.
Appreciate it. Happy holidays. Thanks, Alice Hill.